Hello, hello. I am Coach Cori Sartori. I am so excited to talk to you today about fear, becoming fearless, overcoming fear, right? Like, this has been coming up a lot in the women I've been coaching with, even for me a little bit this month. And so I wanted to talk about fear, maybe how it's showing up in your life, because I think sometimes we're not aware of, oh, I'm procrastinating because I'm fearful. So I want to talk about that, and then I want to give you a couple actions to help you maybe not completely let go of fear, but I want you to start moving forward. I want you to be able to let go of some fear. So I'm Coach Cori Sartori. I help female entrepreneurs create constant joy in their life so they can attract loving relationships and make more money. I have been coaching for 8 years, since 2016. Absolutely love it. And I'm excited to share with you today how to move past fear. So fear is never going to go away. This is something I've learned, right? Like, I've been doing self-development for 10 years and fear still shows up in different areas at different times. I'll get really good at something in my business, really good at something in my personal life. And then that next level, there's fear there, right? And so, so many women that I coach that I know have fear, the fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. And so these fears, there's so many, that's just a few, but it affects not just their professional life, it affects their personal life. I think for me, for many years, I had that fear of rejection. So I was single. I stayed single for a long time because I feared that I would never end up with the right person. I would never fall in love. I would never have true love. That fear kept me single, kept me safe. So fear can show up in every area of your life. Within your business, you can be fearful of making those sales calls. And so you stop yourself. I see a lot of women in the coaching world that I support, and they will say, well, I'm too scared to do a live, or, there's that fear of what other people think, right? They don't want to go on their social media and show up as their truth, as their self, because they're worried about what everyone else thinks. And I will tell you, everyone's going to judge you, whether you're doing nothing or if you're doing everything, and their judgment has nothing to do with you, and it is 100% because of them and their perception. So, fear will show up. You just have to make all of these, things you want in your life a must so you can move past that fear. Because I have seen many, many women let fear stop them in their life. And, as a coach, as somebody who has the tools and resources, the ideas that help them, and they're just not ready, like, that's hard for me to see, because I can see that it's fear that's stopping them. They're letting fear hold them back from having a fantastic relationship with somebody, right? There's a lot of fear. So, all of our fears are psychological, right? They started when we were kids, probably. Very often those fears from somebody saying something to us. Maybe you had an experience that was not great, and so fear was created there. But fear stops us on our way to success. It stops us from creating more joy and abundance. And so we have to get really clear on what to do to move past it. I think one of those first things is you really have to decide that you are going to do everything you can to create in that area of your life. So if you're feeling fear in your business, if you're feeling fear in your relationships, in your personal life, with your health, I encourage you to take on the things that I'm going to offer you today. But something that I've also seen in people's life of how fear is showing up, and maybe you're watching this and you're like, well, I'm not fearful. Like, I don't feel fear. Well, here's some ways that it can show up for you. And I've seen this show up in others' lives, even in my life. Procrastination is fear. I've worked with a lot of women where they are trying to make everything they're doing perfect, but their perfectionism is really just procrastination. They're like scared of, well, what if I actually do this? There's that fear there. Fear can show up as excuses and rationalizations. And I know for me, for many years, this was my go-to. I was like, oh. And I didn't take personal responsibility because I was fearful. I was fearful of what other people think. I was fearful of consequences, right? Like, there was just a lot of fear around that. So I was a procrastinator, and I made a lot of excuses. Fear can show up as negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. It can show up as feeling stuck or unfulfilled. And this is where I see it a lot in women that want to work with me. They're reaching out. They're saying, I'm stuck. I'm unfulfilled. And a lot of it is fear. The fear that keeps them stuck. Comparison is fear. Oh, why am I not here? Why is she doing this and I'm not? We started at the same time. Like, comparison is fear. And then analysis paralysis. This is also fear. So it can show up in many different ways. Fear can keep you stuck. And so, there's a couple things, 3 things that I want to share with you today to help you move past this fear. Because as somebody who has been doing self-development for well over a decade, I know that fear, it just doesn't go away. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm fearless today. Nothing's going to stop me. I still feel it, but I do the damn thing anyway. And it's because I have continued and I've decided that I'm going to always continue to work on moving past the fear. And sometimes I get stuck in it, right? I'm a human being, but I'm committed to working on it. And when I can't get out of it on my own, then I ask for help. So here's a couple actions to help you move past your fear. First one, do one thing a day that scares you. If you can make getting uncomfortable a habit and feel that in your body, instead of it being scary, it might turn into excitement or joy, right? You have to just start doing those scary things. So if you're in sales, a lot of the female entrepreneurs I connect with and work with, right, they're running a business. They started this business. They're so stoked, but then they realize, oh my gosh, most of what I need to do is sales. It's not that I get to just be a coach, or I just get to run my cleaning business, or I just get to run, my travel business, right? They don't realize, along with all of that business stuff is marketing and learning technology and things, right? So when you start to do one thing a day that scares you, it will get so much easier and so much easier and so much easier. It'll become a habit. It won't be so scary anymore. So if you want to overcome a fear in your business, what is that thing that scares you? Is it doing that sales call? Is it reaching out and saying, hey, I would love to share my services with you? Is it sending that DM, right? Like, what scares you? Do that every day. And if you do it every day, it'll eventually become easy. It'll be a habit, and your feelings around it will hopefully shift and change. So start with doing one thing a day that scares you. Even make a list. This is what I tell my clients to do. I'm like, make a list of 10 things that scare you in your business, in your life, in your relationship, and then start doing one of those every single day, and then just repeat and repeat and repeat. Okay, cool. So the next thing is live in the present moment. So when we are in fear, we are usually living in the future. We're living in the past. We are not in the present moment. Our mind is overthinking. Oh my gosh, I don't have this yet. Oh, this happened to me. Or, oh, you're right. Like it's an overthinking thing, and you're not living in the present moment. That fear stops you from being here now. And so I challenge you, when you feel fear come up, whether that's in your business or your relationship or in your life or in your health, whatever it is, come back to the moment, come back to your breath. So maybe that is like 5 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes, maybe 5 breaths. Close your eyes and just breathe in and out very deeply into your gut. Real deep into your belly. 5 times. Allow that to bring you back into the present moment. Be here now, right? Where can you focus on the present moment? Because that fear that you're having in the future of, oh, this isn't going to happen. Okay, well, you can't control. Like, there's no control. We all have this illusion of, I can control everything. You can't. So let go of that control. What can I do in this moment? If I want this outcome, if I want to have a successful business, if I want to start dating, if I want to find my perfect partner, what do I need to do now in this moment? Instead of worrying about the future, I end up alone, right? My business fails. Instead of living there, what can you do today to make sure that doesn't happen, right? Ask that special someone out on a date. Make that sales call. Like, do those things that scare you, but they also allow you to come back to the present moment, because all you have control over is what is happening now. And then the last thing I want to offer you is ask for help. So I know for me, like when I feel fear in my business, and I have to reach out because I get stuck. And if I don't ask somebody for help, then I stay stuck in that fear for a while. And right, because sometimes I'm not aware. I'm like, oh, is this fear? I'm just like, oh, I'm feeling stuck. And then, I have that awareness of like, okay, no, it's fear somewhere and I can't identify it. So I need to ask for somebody's help. So I will go schedule a Reiki session, or I'll do self-inquiry. I'll do something that can help me build awareness around it so I can move past it. You know, maybe it's I hire a coach, which I've done that, right? I'm feeling stuck in my business. I'm going to work with a coach, and that coach got me unstuck. So you need to ask for help if you are feeling fear. Or maybe it's like you're doing procrastination, excuses and rationalizations, negative self-talk. You're feeling stuck. Like maybe it's that. And so you're not even aware that it's fear that's stopping you. You need to ask for help. You know, whether that's maybe your partner or a friend, like, hey, this is what's coming up for me. Like, can you help me, you know, maybe analyze it, see what's going on? Because having somebody else's perception can be really valuable, because when you're in it, it's hard to maybe see outside of it. So that's what I wanted to offer you today. You know, I've seen just fear coming up a lot, and I wanted to hopefully help you get unstuck and move past your fear. So I have 3 spots open this month for my coaching program. And if you want to get unstuck, if you want to let go of fear, my coaching program will absolutely help you get from where you are to where you want to be. I have 3 spots open. I want you to send me a DM with the word program to learn more. I absolutely love helping women transform their life. My coaching program is transformational. You can go to my Facebook page, my Instagram page. You can check out my testimonials, my client wins. Like, you get results. I always tell people, you'll see results in the first 90 days of working with me. I will make sure of that. You will make sure of that. So if you're serious about transforming your life, if you want 2024 to be your best year yet, I want you to send me a DM with the word program. We need to get to work. It will be an investment that transforms your life. I know it has for me. I know it has for my clients. And I would love to support you in creating a life that you absolutely love and letting go of the fear that is holding you back. So I look forward to hearing from you. Send me a DM with the word program. You can also email me at Cori@marsholisticwellness.com. But I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to supporting you in transforming your life and letting go of fear. Have a good one.